Hello everybody, get ready to do 1.5 of part 2 of Algebra 2 Math today. And in today's lesson we have a 30-point skill sheet for classwork today. And we have 6 points of note-taking today. Here is your standard here. And we're going to solve quadratic equations by finding square roots. So rationalizing the denominator is something that we need to know if we're going to be handling square roots. Suppose the denominator of a fraction has the form of square root of b, a plus square root of b, or a minus square root of b, where a and b are rational numbers. The table here shows how to eliminate the radical from the denominator. This is called, these are a form of the denominator, and multiply numerator and denominator by square root of b. So if you have a square root of b in your denominator, multiply numerator and denominator by square root of b, and then this situation here in your denominator, multiply by this. You have this in your denominator, multiply by this to get rid of your radical in your denominator. It is called rationalizing the denominator when you do these operations here. The expressions a plus square root of b, a minus square root of b are called conjugates of each other. Their product is always a rational number. Students, in your own words, define rationalizing the denominator, and conjugates, in your own words, define those for 10 points. And this is on your classwork sheet, page 3 today. Classwork. Rationalizing denominators of fractions. We have a situation here where we have radical 5 over 2. And so how will we get rid of our radical down here? This equals this, yes? So we need to get rid of our radical in the denominator. So we multiply numerator and denominator by radical 2. So that gets rid of our radical in our denominator. Radical 5 times radical 2 is radical 10 in our numerator. We have a situation here of 3 over 7 plus radical 2. How do we get rid of our radical in the denominator? We multiply by the conjugate of this, which is 7 minus square root of 2, and the numerator as well, 7 minus square root of 2. So we get this in our numerator. And then we get this in our denominator. And then these will go away. Then we'll have 49 minus 2 will be 47 in our denominator, and we just have this in our numerator. Okay, so let's do this here. Students, this is yours. Pay attention so you can do your independent practice while we do our guided practice here. Radical 6 over 5. So we're going to multiply both our numerator and denominator by radical 5 here to get rid of our radical here. And then the radical will go away. We have 5 underneath radical 3. Okay, example 3, solve a quadratic equation. We have this situation here, 3x squared plus 5 equals 41. So to solve eventually for this, we're going to move our 5 over here, so you subtract 5 from both sides. And then we have x squared equals 12 because we divide both sides by 3. We have this situation here, we have plus or minus radical 12 equals x. And so we factor our radical 12 to radical 4 times radical 3, the product property of radicals. This is plus or minus 2 times radical 3, and then solutions are 2 radical 3 and negative 2 radical 3 would be the solutions to that quadratic. And we're going to check, we're going to stick it back in, and then we get 41 equals 41 here. 3 times 2 times radical 3 squared is 3 times 12 plus 5, and it checks. So it does work. So when we do it this way, it does work. And then the negative here, we do the same thing here. And then the negative, because we have a square here, this will become positive 12. And then it checks out for both of these solutions. Okay, into our next guided practice, let's try another one here. Z squared minus 7 equals 21. Students, this is yours here. Pay it. Okay, our guided practice, we have this situation here. We're going to move over our 7. And we get 30. Z squared equals 36. Z equals plus or minus square root of 36. So Z equals plus or minus. And that was part 2 of lesson 1.5 of Algebra 2 Math. If you want part 3, it's available here at this email, as well as worksheets, class worksheets, online tutoring, tests, quizzes, solution PowerPoints, you name it. Thank you.